Okay. I'll be 52 next weekend. So I have years of wear and tear of my body. I've broken both, wrists, and a broken nose and collarbone. Like I broke my collarbone when I was 2. So it started young.
Mm.
The demolition to myself. Very clumsy. The wall's over there. I'm on the other side of the room. I'm still going to run into it. Type, and to the, I grew up like that. And then got to be in my 20s and got hit with high blood pressure, having these debilitating migraines that would send me to the ER. I
Mm.
would get so sick because the migraines were so severe. Got in a car wreck. Just a lot of things happened. Fast forward to last summer, I was working 3 jobs last year. I was working 3 different jobs, like 70 hours a week, standing on my feet, like 14 hours a day, and loving it. I was in pain, lots of pain, but I did it because I thought it's what I had to do. I accepted it. And you can only take so much medication, you know? And then I even had the nerve damage that I had um, from when I worked at the prison. I was even told like that was all in my head. So leading up to last June, I fell and fractured my back and fell on. I bashed my right knee in. When I say bashed it in, like I felt the bone shift in.
Mm.
It just makes me cringe when I go back and think about it. Messed up my hip severely. I am still got to have a nerve test done on my hip, but I was in excruciating pain for 4 months. When you're in pain,
Mhm.
you're miserable. When you're miserable, everybody around you is miserable. I
Mhm.
could not hardly get out of bed. I could only work one out of my 3 jobs, and that was because I sat down for that one. Um, I mean, it makes me want to cry because I was bad off. Like I was bad off, and I was struggling. Like it got to the point that I just kept praying, like God, I just can't. I mean, I would jump out of bed with muscle spasm because the muscle spasm would be so bad. It just threw me out of bed, and I fell back and even damaged myself more. It was just stuff like that, especially after the fall. And so Heather, one day, I guess it was like in September, she was put had broken her foot. And so I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw that Heather Fisher, Heather and Marty, my friends from Indiana that you grew up with, that's how I found out about the patches. I dated one of the guys that Marty had that used to work for him, did some work with him, and I lived up there. That's how I know them. Well, I saw Heather have the patches on her foot, and I just saw pain free. I
Mhm.
didn't think about my blood pressure. I didn't think about the nerve damage, that everything else from head to toe. I didn't think about that. I was just trying to get pain free for just
Mhm.
a brief moment. And so I got on the phone with her. I looked the stuff up. I got on the Zoom that night. It was just like the next 3 days. I think we talked like 12 hours. I mean, just like it was just like so phenomenal what I was finding. And I didn't even have my hands on the patches yet. And so she was telling me about it, and listened to you. I went in and I read a lot of the clinicals because like this has got too good to be true. This is not as simple. This light can come in and then I'm gonna be paying for it. You gotta be kidding me after all this time. And so got the patches in, signed up, went ahead and signed up silver, got my patches in. I got the 2X39 and Eon and Ice Wave. And I'm telling you, that Wednesday, I felt like I don't know, like I can't explain it. Like I just hit the lottery. I put the patches on that afternoon. I was like, you understand why people have uh, dependency issues. You get excited about the things that are supposed to help you out, I guess. But I was so excited because I was just so excited from what I anticipated greatness from this because I couldn't get no worse than where I was.
Yeah.
And then my blood pressure, I had AFib. I've had I got AFib from a breast infection. My left breast was smaller from when I breastfed my son 29 years ago. Then I worked as a server and I was working with heat. and all that, wearing dark clothes and everything, the sweating and everything. So my left breast, I had a major infection in January 2021. I had surgery, and then they took a lump out on my right one, and it was it wasn't cancer or anything, but the infection could always come back. You just don't know. And I know that's why it was right after that is when I had my Afib. So I'm tying all those together. So I got the patches, y'all, and my life changed completely. I was pain free. I was pain free. Free. Like I slept. I slept on my side. I slept. I could turn over, even with all the damage and everything done in my body. Like the list, my MRI is this long with everything wrong with my back. I have fractured my back. My back is shifting. I have a pinched nerve. You name it, I have it. And the orthopedics, and you have no pain. They're not giving me any medication. I'm not taking any medication from anybody else. And from that point on, I stopped. I never had to take Tylenol, ibuprofen, muscle relaxer. That was all the 1st October. I started on the patches. Fast forward, I got COVID the week between New Year's Eve and Christmas and New Year's Eve. And the only reason I knew I had COVID is because I lost my taste and everything. But it kind of just slid right through me. Like I didn't have the aches and pains that I was supposed to have, I guess. And so, but I didn't have any patches either. I was out of patches. So I was like, I'm gonna test this out. So my patches came in, and at this time I had a doctor's appointment for the back doctor, and it was one morning the week after I had COVID, like a week or two after. I was sitting at work, and Dr. Stacy was like an elephant was sitting on my shoulders. And here I am, like, what is wrong with me? I felt better when I had COVID, the week before. And come to find out, my blood pressure numbers had normalized themselves. And here I was taking blood pressure medicine, a very strong blood pressure medicine, bottoming out my blood pressure. That's why I had the heaviness. And it took me going to the doctor. I didn't take my blood pressure pill one morning, and I had a doctor's appointment, and my blood pressure was normal. And when you're in pain, when I was at AFib, my heart rate was 185. It was bad. I was in intensive care. Yes, it was bad. And I had to stop all my swelling. I wouldn't know if I missed a blood pressure pill. And there's more commercials on side effect medication than it's endless. And I'm going, geez, y'all need to be patching. Y'all need to be patching. Come to find out, I patched everybody and their mom. I work at a hotel. I patched a undercover cop from Chicago PD. His name was Killer. He slept. That's the best he slept his whole night. I've patched a lot of people. I share with everybody I know because I see a lot of hurting people, a lot of older hurting people. I patch my coworkers. I don't patch people for them anymore. If I have to be around you, you're getting patched. That's for me.
That's for you to deal with them.
Yeah, I patched my boss. I give her Nirvana. I was like, we're gonna have a really good day.
Oh, I love
but
that.
It's changed my life.
Yeah.
The breast is the same size. The left breast is the same size as the right.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Because like I said, that's been 29 years ago. No blood pressure medicine, no more gabapentin. Wow. And gabapentin that's the devil to me. But when your body is on it, and I'm just continuing to just patch. I don't care about the money, I'm just, my heart is on hurting people, and that's what it's just, but it's just been amazing. It's been, when I say life changing, like my hair, my skin, my teeth, even my ears. I would never put because we get older, the gravity makes your ears it makes that skin.
Your ears shrunk. I never thought about
You
that.
you don't think about it, Stacey. You're not gonna think about it. But when I do skincare and I pay attention to everything, and
Mhm.
it has lists the ears. It's just scars are on. I should have had a broken wrist and probably a broken toe, but within
Mhm.
5 minutes, both of them were not even hurting anymore. Balance. Everything has changed. My strength, everything. The X49 is unbelievable. You add that, and
Mhm.
then I just feel like some of the fat is just like just melting off. That's how I feel.